So, I actually work in the finance industry, but I'm also a certified weight management consultant. And I've had so many different experiences with losing weight over the past probably 22 years. So, my first experience was when I was 14 and I lost weight through an eating disorder. So, that was not ideal. Then I maintained my weight for around, say, 15 years. And then I started experimenting with gaining muscle, bulking, doing the all in diet, trying to get abs. And I went through all these different phases of strategically losing weight. And I just have so much experience that I think that I should start sharing it with you. And I've recently, just in the last year, it's really clicked for me. So it's become so much easier for me to lose weight. Whereas before it was always just like starting again on Monday. And then, so during the week would be fine. And then the weekend would be difficult. And then kind of eliminates all the progress you made during the week. And it just gets so frustrating that you're on this treadmill. But recently I've managed to get off that treadmill, and now I just find losing weight so much easier. I mean, it's still a process and it's difficult, and you need to have a lot of respect for that goal, but you can just do it so much easier than how you think. So I'm just going to create a few short videos over time and let you know everything that I do and what's helped me. So in this video, I just want to focus on what I think is the main foundation at the start of setting up your diet plan. So I know most people are looking for a meal plan and an exercise plan, and you can literally get that anywhere. You can go on AI, just type it into Gemini, Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, and you can come up with a perfect meal plan, perfect exercise plan. If you follow that, then you're going to lose weight. But it's not really about that, obtaining the meal plan and the exercise plan. It's about following it. So a lot of people, I think, like once they've purchased the plan, it's like they get this endorphin rush because they have so much hope and they feel almost like they've already accomplished the goal. So they'll buy it or purchase a product and they can't stick to it. So they blame the product, but it's really, they're looking at the wrong process. So the focus is not on purchasing the perfect plan. It's on learning to stick to the calorie deficit and exercising. So we know that works. I mean, there is a lot of ways you can get into a deficit. For example, if you fix your microbiome, if you have issues with your microbiome, then that will help you get into a deficit easier. If you have issues with releasing energy because you don't have your B vitamins or you have deficiencies, then fixing that can also help you get into a deficit easier. But all in all, it's about the deficit. And the number one reason I think people struggle at the start is because you're jumping from eating, say, 3,000 calories a day, which will make you gain weight if you're a regular female, unless you're doing a shit ton of exercise. 3,000 calories a day would make me gain weight. If you're eating that and you're overweight, then you're eating too many calories, or you're not exercising enough to get rid of the excess. So if you jump from 3,000 calories and you decide to go on a diet and eat 1,200 calories, then you're not going to stick to the plan because you're jumping from like one extreme to another extreme. So you need to taper down. So I used to do this and I could never stick to the plan. And also, I can't stick to someone else's meal plan if it doesn't align with my own habits. So your meal plan needs to be aligned to your habits. So if you're eating pancakes for breakfast every day, and then all of a sudden your meal plan's telling you to eat 5 almonds and an apple, then you're not going to stick to the plan. So you may as well just learn how to create a lower calorie version of your pancakes that is healthy. So, I mean, grab a banana, grab 2 eggs, blend it, fry it. That's a pancake, and less calories, healthier. Add some volume to it. Like I add pumpkin to everything, and then you should be able to stick to it. So that will be for another video, but right now I'm focusing on tapering it down. So you go from 3,000 calories to 2,500, and then from 2.5 to 2.4 to 2.3 to 2.1, 2,000, and then you get into the 1,900, 1,800, 1,700. I personally don't go below 1,600 calories, but at the start, so I can maintain on around 2,100 calories. But if I try to go from 2,100 to 1,500, it's not going to happen. So it takes my body about 2 to 3 months just to taper down to that point. So what you want to do is give yourself a couple of months leeway at the start. So you can't say, I want to lose 8 kilos in 12 weeks. You can do that, but it needs to be after the initial few months of your body getting used to tapering down the calories. So I would start by tapering it down, give yourself, just say 2 months, but if you don't get there in that time, then give it 3. So I just recently did a cut, and it took me about, I think it was, well, at least 8 weeks, could have been 12 weeks to get down to the point where I could eat, say, 1,800 calories. And now, and this is from starting at 2,100 calories, and now I can easily stick to 1,800 calories, whereas a few months ago, I could barely stick to 2,000. So now I'm at the point where it's easier to lose weight because I'm now in a deficit and it's easy and it feels like I'm eating the same amount. So the first piece of advice I'm giving you is to taper down your calories over a few months before the deficit. And you should then be able to stick to it much easier.